what a wheel we got. What a wheel we got. Look, quite a flywheel, right? We invented the wheel. That's good. We didn't even coordinate that one. One dad joke after the next. You got two of them. So if you don't know what this is all about, here I'm sharing the screen. We'll show you where we were inspired by the best.
Well, I really like this show tonight. At these prices, who's gonna complain? Well, I really like this show tonight.
So that was our inspiration for the show. We brought you Bernie Sanders. Now we're bringing you the Muppets.
These prices.
Who can complain? $7 and where are we? $7. Let's check.
$7.55.
Switching back to coin.
We've been 5 seconds in the air already. It jumped.
Coin Gecko. So if you missed what happened, if you're logging in and you missed what happened, this is Celsius. Nothing happens for a few weeks, and then the community just goes crazy, and they can't have enough sell for themselves. So we were up. Basically, if you look here, we were up. What is it? 55% in 14 days, right?
That's
55.
All?
Yeah.
Why just 54?
So a lot happening this week. Again, keep moving here. We launched the web app. Here's the countdown. We're going to give you guys a countdown. So it was released today to 1,400 ambassadors, right?
That's right.
And this is what it looks like, right? This is a live view of the web app. And if you haven't used it yet, you need to be an ambassador. On April 18th, everybody gets access, okay? All of you are going to get access to it as well. But today you need to have an account, a working mobile app account, and then you can log in app.celsius.network, right? So HTTPS app.celsius.network. Let's just run through the news a little.
For the team, by the way. Kudos.
Yeah, great job. Great job for everybody, for the team.
This is not an easy one.
We also won a FinTech award, one of the top awards out there for the best crypto wallet. And so there were a bunch of articles, if you missed them, a bunch of write-ups about it. Benzinga did a review as well. Dogecoin Days quoted us stuff that we had to say about it. And you saw Cell rocketing, so we were in good company with 1inch and Pancake Swap. These are the people we have to compete with these days. Pancakes and
a small unit of measurement.
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin, yeah, something like that. Camilla had more coverage. You saw her on the AMA a few days ago, and we also shared with you this.
Cryptography, but also in French geopolitics.
Oh, I just passed exams.
The disappointing outcome of DeFi. Yeah, disappointing outcome. Who's talking about this stuff? Yeah. So again, sell bits. If you missed them, you can see them all on our YouTube channel. And I did want to.
Maybe you should say what was disappointing about DeFi before you get into trouble again.
So I wanted to share with you this website, which is an amazing site for noobs who want to learn about the blockchain that shows you both the Ethereum blockchain as well as the Bitcoin blockchain, and you can see all the transactions. This is actually running live. So you can see, for example, transaction coming in from USDC, from Maker, from USDT, and all kind of other participants, right? You see all these people, all of these transactions lining up, and they fill a block. This is an Ethereum block, and you can see transactions moving in and out. Like you can see if somebody's willing to pay a higher price, transaction move in, and you see transactions moving out. Why they're moving out? Because these people are willing to pay much lower price. So they're being pushed out of the next block. And pay attention how fast the Ethereum blocks leave the station every few seconds versus how long it takes Bitcoin to issue a new block, right? So Bitcoin is every 10 minutes or so. Ethereum is much, much faster. and you can see suddenly there's a huge amount of transaction that are all waiting to be filled in, right? Waiting to fill the blocks. These are all paying transaction. Each one of these is anywhere between $20 and $50. And on the Ethereum side, thousands and thousands of transactions a minute. And this is a beautiful way to learn or visualize what the blockchain looks like. Again, it looks like a subway station with cars, subway cars.
What you see on the right is now people contacting me saying, Nuke, why is it take us so long?
Exactly. So you see, as people are getting in, you see a bunch of transactions got in, a bunch of other ones got kicked out because they were now willing to pay these higher prices.
Wow.
For the price of the block, right? The miners are basically kicking out the low-paying fare and taking in the high-paying fare instead, right? They want to maximize the amount that they collect for each block on each transaction. So,
and who's the second largest bus in North America on the right? That's Celsius, right?
Yeah, we are a huge. We did last 30 days. We did. Over $2 billion worth of Bitcoin transactions, just deposits and withdrawals. Deposit and withdrawal will be $3.4 billion just in the last 30 days.
Wow.
With net deposits, last 30 days, net deposit, $1.14 billion. Net deposits. Net deposits. So
I look at our community page, and there's like, I don't know, 6,000 or 7,000 more Bitcoin there in the last 2 weeks. Like, it's absurd.
I know. So I was like few MAs ago, I said that we have more Bitcoin than Michael Saylor and Tesla. Now we have more Bitcoin than I think many of the exchanges that you use put together, right? So, which is great news, because the more Bitcoin we collect, the more they have to borrow from us, the more they have to pay to make all this money. If you've seen, both FTX and Coinbase announced that they've made over $1 billion in profit last year. They can afford to pay to borrow your Bitcoin. So let's stop giving it to them for free. Let's grab several $100 million out of that billion in profit and put it in our pockets instead of keep giving it to the exchanges for free, right? So we love when a plan works out and we, the community, get to win. You know, I love it, right?
And I think we see that Pump just put out a report saying, I don't know, several, like, tens of thousands of Bitcoin that have left in the last day, and hundreds of thousands that have left in the last year. So people are taking their Bitcoin out of exchanges and putting it in places like Celsius.
Right, because basically, why would you leave it on an exchange if they charge you to keep money there, right? Coinbase charges you to keep money in custody, or they don't pay you anything when Celsius and others are willing to pay you interest for the same stuff. All right, so where is this award? And now I can't find it. I thought I found it, and then it ran away. This award we got somewhere.
Oh, talking about the
Anyway, never mind. They'll believe. Here we go. I found it. Finally, I found it.
There it is.
It was hiding. So here's the screen, the shared screen. And again, this is the FinTech Award. So many companies, different companies won them for different things, but we got the best cryptocurrency award. And it's funny because a bunch of our vendors here also got, so we're in a great company. With the FinTech Award. So this is a website if you want to look at it. And just to quickly cover the news. So we had to lower our rate for Americans on XRP to 0, and the reason for that is that when we pay you interest, if XRP is a security, that's us issuing you unregistered securities. So until XRP resolves their issues with the SEC, we have to pause paying interest. And it doesn't mean we don't work or love Ripple. We are working on several projects with them, so we're still continuing to do different type of developments and collaborate with them on different things. It's just we have to pause until this issue is resolved with the SEC.
And then talking about rates, we had a rate adjustment on Bitcoin today. Could you talk a little bit about that and why we did that?
Yeah. So again, because Bitcoin now is coming in twice as fast, it does put pressure on us to deploy it, which means that we need to earn. We have to earn faster, and it takes time to come up with these strategies and come up with new plans. So in order to make sure that we can pay everybody the rate that we have to pay, we had to lower it a little bit. We didn't lower it a lot. I mean, again, the first Bitcoin is still earning 6.2%. Just the next Bitcoin, instead of earning 4, is earning 3.5. But the faster it comes, the faster we have to deploy it. And, you have to gain speed, right? You have to gear up and gain speed to be able to deploy $1.2 billion a month of new deposits. Plus, we have to redeploy with the 14 billion we already have. So sometimes we're scrambling for coins. We don't have enough coins. Right now, we're scrambling for deployment. So that's why we have to lower the rate of.
And this is a feature. It's not a bug, right? This is how we stay sustainable. This is how we pay everybody the highest rates and not overpromise by making these course corrections, right? Small adjustments. And then once we're back up to full deployment, then those rates could definitely go higher.
Right. So we have been adjusting these rates for 3.5 years. Anyone who keeps the rate the same, no matter what, four seasons in a year, right? Do you walk with a T-shirt during the winter? No, you have to put a coat on, right? So we change the rates the same way. We have to change them every few weeks. Sometimes it's legal reasons like XRP. Sometimes it's deployment reasons. Sometimes the strategies just don't exist anymore, so we have to make changes. But at least you know that we pay what we earn versus other people who subsidize stuff. So again, Nuke is here. All the questions you have for him, get them ready. Don't forget your code. You don't put your code, Zach is not going to pay you, right? It's $100 a question. Make sure you have you got to challenge him, okay? He's our chief technical officer, so you got to give him like real technical questions and challenge him. And let's see if any of you can ask a question that he can't answer. $200 for any question that Nuke cannot answer.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, so can we do some updates? We have plenty of things to talk about. So what are the updates?
Yeah, so we went over the web app, but you had some updates. You want to talk about MMT in our current system. You want to talk about, we already copied that. And then, one thing, if you could bring up screen, is shop.celsius.network. Kim just designed some sick new swag, and this is actually my favorite shirt that she's ever made. Our new purple/pinkish logo on an all black shirt, all black hoodie. It looks absolutely amazing. So I'm going to be buying some of those shirts myself. You'll see me wearing them. Yeah. In Bitcoin 2021, it's going to be it. Oh, that's so sharp. Whew.
I think Elon Musk said that all the money is in swag. So
yeah.
Look at that.
Wow. I said claim for. That's my.
All right, good collection. Yeah, so you got a lot of different things here, accessories. If you have not looked at our shop, there's plenty of choices here to choose from. I see Nuke is using one of our cups here as well.
Beautiful cup.
So if you want to moip the world, this is how you do it. Again, we don't really make money from this. Any income that we generate from this goes back to the community. So it is a profit center, but it's a profit center for all of you. So when you buy anything on the shop, you're supporting your fellow Celsians, and you can brag, and people in the street, believe me, I was stuck at an airport. I was like, this was like some time ago, obviously not recently, but you want to make it through the line, wear a Celsius t-shirt, like they'll come and get you through the security quicker, okay? Because people love Celsius. So we had a special thank you letter, right? That we wanted to share. So Tom, are you ready to show us what you got? Here we go.
Oh, I'm jumping on reading this one, am I?
Yeah, we hired a special announcer to read it for us with a beautiful British accent. Yeah. So go ahead.
Sure. Hello, Celsius. Thank you for having me on. Hi, Alex. I just want to sincerely say thank you, Alex, for building Celsius Network. You've changed my remaining life to become financial freedom. Now I can quit my current job and do something that is more meaningful. I'm 47 years old and staying in Singapore. The living standard here is high, and I'm now able to achieve financial freedom from the help from you and your teams. I love Celsius Network, and hopefully it will get stronger and become world #1 digital bank, always giving back to the community. Now is the time for me to give back to the community as well. I'm going to join the healthcare industry and provide elderly care to the elderly who need help, like those who suffer from dementia and Parkinson's, etc. Without Celsius, I don't think I can make it. Once again, thank you, Alex, for doing a great job. Keep it up. Best regards, Alan.
Yeah,
that's the dream right there.
Yes, that's exactly what we're here for. Love getting these, so please keep them coming. We're going to choose one a week to share with the community. And Alan, again, he's not seeking publicity. He's just sharing his experience, and we love getting these things. And it obviously gives all of us energy to keep working 7 days a week for all of you guys.
How many bankers got the letter like that?
Exactly. No bankers get these letters. No,
they get the opposite. You ruined my life. You took away my house. You did, closed my account.
Yes, exactly. So, and Zach, you had one also, right? I saw some emails also that you got something recently. I don't have it.
Well, yeah, I want to say thank you. In the AMA questions, some people were giving me some props, and I appreciate that. And also props to the other major Celsian ambassadors like Jeff, like Steven, like I can't think of the name, Otis, all these guys that are running events. So thank you all. This morning we got up nice and early to go on a Malaysian call. We got to talk to our Malaysia ambassadors and answer questions, do some education. Thank you all for the support, and that's what makes it worth it.
My wife heard that Alex gives $200 for questions I can't answer, and she sent me a few. So
where were you last night?
Families and employees are not included. So exactly.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, we've got some questions in rapid fire if you want to take some questions, Nuke.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, let's do it.
All right. Okay, here a question from James. It was mentioned a few weeks back that the Celsius Treasury could be used to generate yield. Is there an update on this? Will this increase interest?
Well, that's not for me, right? That's for Alex.
Yeah.
So it's directed to you.
Yeah. We definitely are using Cell increasingly. I mean, we have billions of dollars worth of Cell to issue, so it's moving slowly, but it's moving, right? So we are adding. You saw every exchange basically that also supports Cell is increasing our ability to use Cell. So FTX or Bitfinex or others. And by the way, we were supposed to launch another exchange today, right? But they're having some technical issues, so it's going to be launching next week. The Asian exchange is delayed until next week, but it's still launching. Everything the same, just 1 week later. For those of you who was saying, wait a second, what's happening here? But each time we list on an exchange, we can use Cell as collateral, we can use pairs, we can use all kind of trade strategies to create yield for Cell, which will also help us increase the yield that we pay on Cell token.
Yeah, as Celsius matures, like calling a almost $20 billion company mature, the fact that we have a limited supply assets that is Cell, that is connected to our business, and the performance of our business just makes it more and more valuable and trusted. And if we can generate yield of that,
yes,
game over, right?
Definitely.
And if you're looking to buy or sell large quantities of Cell at one time, you can contact our OTC desk, otc@celsius.network. Minimum is $25,000 per transaction, $25,000 worth. So always reach out to there if you're worried about slippage or are trying to get a big bag of Cell token right away.
Yeah, that's a hardworking group over there.
I thought you meant Otis.
Otis?
OTC or Otis? It's like, all right, you can contact Otis too. He definitely helps people get their get their Cell token. So, all right. So we talked about the web app. We talked about the Asian exchange. Proof of community launching on May 6th to testers, to a bunch of people. Did I just steal Nuke's?
Yes.
I just brought that up. Yeah.
You did. So
Go ahead.
I organized it so nicely. And,
all right.
Like,
I'm just trying to make sure we hit all the points
these
here.
prices. So yeah, I organized it like month by month because I know people want every day something new, but
all right,
let's settle on a month. So April, we're still in April, right? Yes. We're releasing the web app. We talked about that. Already getting some amazing reviews. Maybe Tom can show us later from the ambassadors. So in a couple of weeks, it'll be available to everyone. So kudos to the team. Really, really, these guys worked all weekend in the last few weekends just to get it on time today. So
yeah,
amazing.
Thank you, Shacha, Shiran, and all the,
and Panto, everybody.
Yeah, all the people who were involved in
it.
it.
It was like
so.
a big team effort there. May. So this is April. May. Proof of community. So we've been talking about that for a while now. This will allow us to put on the chain all your history and interest payments and so on, and it will be in a way that is anonymous and private. But if you could say, hey, you know, Celsius told me they paid me X, but I'm looking now, it's Y. You will have an on-chain proof of your history. It's immutable. Groundbreaking. So this is in line of what we said from the beginning. We want to do everything the banks do, but the opposite. So
and you can verify going backwards
Yes.
as well. So this is not just verifying something today. You can verify everything we've ever said, right?
Yes.
So you can go back to last year and say, okay, let me check what they said in 2020 or 2019 or 2018.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to lie in the moment. But if you lie consistently, all those lies accumulate, and then you get caught on those lies. What Celsius is trying to prove is that cryptographically proved. This is not just me telling you or Nuke telling you, oh, everything is fine, don't worry about it. You know, and every 10 years, the banks are getting bailed out because everybody's been lying to you for 10 years. And this is every day. You can verify what happened today, what happened yesterday, what happened the day before. Immutable, right? We can't change it. It's on the blockchain.
Yeah.
And this goes to like Celsius's overall move to have 1 foot in DeFi and 1 foot in the central world. And this is just one more, you know, thing that we can bring that makes people feel more comfortable. It's a decentralized proof, and you know, that's the best security you can get.
So, yeah.
I think we also had a video for the web app, if we could show it.
Oh, go for it.
And this was
Size. Does it really matter? Let's take a look. When computers were first invented, they were massive, so people decided to shrink them down to fit on their desks. Yet others felt that even this was too big, so people folded them in half, and then shrunk them again for good measure. It was at this point people felt science had gone too far, and screen real estate became all the rage. People wanted bigger. They even got rid of borders, and made them start to curve around us. At Celsius, we don't pick winners and losers, which is why, for the people who like things bigger, we have developed our desktop app. So, if you want to take a 1% loan on a 32-inch screen, we got you. Or, if you like to receive your Monday reward straight in your hand, we got you too. At Celsius, we will always act in your best interest, so download our app today and start making your money work for you. Or don't, we have a desktop app if you prefer.
Wow.
there. It is.
I'm surprised. I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, the marketing guys really can spin things
wow.
up, you know?
Let me tell you, right now we're right below all-time highs. So please share this video. Please like this video. We need to get to our 2,000 likes, and we're 1,700 viewers, which is amazing. So please share this with everybody. We are pumping out a lot of stuff today.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Next. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
We have a video for everything you have to talk about.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm still surprised they didn't do how do you call it? The punks, the NFTs, a punk of me. I'm so easy to make.
We will make an NFT.
So anyway, it really surprised me. Thank you, marketing team. That was amazing.
Very
So
nice. Yeah.
we're at May, right? So this is the proof of community. Will be we'll make some waves again. We're doing something nobody. I don't think any
No one has
business,
ever done that. Yeah.
No business has had the guts to do something like that.
Open everything, show
Yes.
everybody everything. Normally you go to jail for that, but with Celsius, you get to make sure that your money is safe.
Yes. June. All right. So this is a big one that I was hoping to be here in June, but you called me on a short notice.
Well, we were supposed to have Tal, who's much more popular than the two of us.
Better hair.
But it's her birthday today, so happy birthday, Tal.
Happy birthday, Tal.
Definitely
love you,
better.
Tal. We love you.
She definitely has a better hair perm than you.
Yeah.
That's
and
for
a
sure.
better Twitter handle.
And
Lone Screen, she calls it.
Lone Screen. All right.
Fantastic. So
And it's her 2-year cell-iversary as well.
Right.
She's been with us
2
for 2
years.
years.
Very nice.
Twice Mazel Tov then. So.
Yes.
So June, look, there's a big effort we're running in the engineering team under the hood, very quietly, and it has to do with developers. So I'm kind of channeling my Steve Ballmer, developers. So June, expect some big things coming out. You'll start seeing more and more, but if you're a developer, you're gonna have some fun time with Celsius. All right. And lastly, this year, I'm moving to Florida, and I'm going to try and open a Celsius Innovation Center. So if you're in Florida and the Tampa area, you're a developer or you have a startup that thinks that we'll find a way to work with you and we'll find a place. And I already talked with the mayor and a lot of bigwigs in Tampa.
Excellent.
They love us. They love Tampa is a Celsius city.
Excellent.
Not Miami.
Yeah.
Miami is for losers. Tampa is very good. Sorry, Miami guys.
Wait, and you guys serve pina coladas at 4:30
Pina
p.m.
coladas
or
at 4 a.m. on the boat.
p.m. No, 4 p.m. Not 4 a.m.
Oh, okay. Fun fact: that the average age in Tampa is 35 or 34.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, everybody told me, "Are you retiring? Gold watch?" No, it's a young city. Good blockchain companies. I tried to buy some companies. So I don't want your money. I got plenty of money.
Right.
So
and we're going to be in Miami, right? Not Tampa. We're going to be in Miami for Bitcoin 2021. We're going to.
I got in trouble with Miami.
The event is there, and then also we're going to be doing something special for all the Celsians that show up outside the event. They're just visiting. So it's going to be a really big event for us and the entire industry.
Yeah,
that's why Bethany gave me an evil eye when I said bad things about Miami.
We're gonna have like 15 Celsians in Miami. So if you want to come hang out, you want to meet us in person, this is the time, right? We're all vaccinated and we're all ready to talk. So
and I'll be there. I don't get out of my cave a lot.
That's right. Even Nuke is gonna show up in Miami. It's
gonna be a party. It's gonna be a real party.
That's right. All right, that's it for you. All right, good. So I did want to talk about neutrality, right? I mean, we have Coinbase going public. We have all these other great companies, crypto companies going public or raising money or announcing this and that, and they're all bragging at how neutral they are. Neutral means I don't care for you or I don't care for the other guy, right? Neutral means everybody's equal. The shark, the Wall Street shark, and you with your $200 are equal. You get exactly the same equal treatment on the exchange, on the loan desk, on any interaction you have with these companies. So normally neutral is good, right? Everybody wants to be Switzerland, but not when it comes to your money. When it comes to your money, the big boys, the guys with the special tools, with the high frequency trading, with the algorithmic, stuff that runs 24/7, they beat you every time. By the time you place your trade, they jump in front of you. They make sure you pay a higher rate. They charge you fees. They do all kind of other stuff. So what Celsius chose from the beginning is not to be neutral. Now you say, wait a second, what does it mean? Not neutral means acting in your best interest. Not neutral is aggregating all of the hodlers together to have, how much do we have right now? 87,000? What's the Bitcoin count? I'm talking about with the collateral. There's
with the institutional.
Yeah, with institutionals.
Probably.
Yeah. I think it's even more like because we see one number on the community page, but then there's even more on top of that, right?
Need the
Right.
clock.
Yeah. So, but the point is, we have close to 90,000 bitcoins. Why? Because we aggregated 570,000 of you to pool all of our power together to put pressure, to squeeze out of the institutions, out of the exchanges, out of the other counterparties, the people on the other side of the trade, as much as possible in rates, right? That's really our goal. That's our mission. We do it for ourselves. We are all users of Celsius, and we do it for you as well. You get to benefit from all of it without paying any fees, without paying anything on top of it.
I can attest. No one in Celsius, including Alex, is getting different,
special
rates.
Yes.
Nothing.
No special treatment. Yes.
Not even on the OTC. Nothing.
Exactly. So, Tom, I sent you an image. If you want to share it for a second, I wanted to also talk about that for a second, if you have it handy.
And by the way, there's not a lot of Bitcoins. Like if you need a lot of Bitcoins, it's very hard to get the real stuff. Right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just
not on paper,
put it back on for a sec. Sorry. So this is an image of the ICO boom. If you go back to the 2018 ICO boom, this is a summary of what companies raised from January through August of 2018. And you see the biggest guys to raise stuff, most of them haven't delivered anything, right? What did Telegram do? Tata 2, or all these other projects here that people don't even know. They're like, what? Who is this company? So there was this tiny little company right here somewhere, right? You can see Celsius, $50 million, right? So out of all these projects, if you ask yourself, okay, how many people actually delivered what they promised? How many companies outperformed what they promised the community? Because this is money. This was like tens of billions of dollars that the community gave all these projects and said, please build something for us. Do something in our best interest, right? Create the future, which is acting in our best interest, not in the best interest of Wall Street. And the funny thing is that many of the companies on that list created stuff that is a copy of Wall Street, stuff that steals from you rather than pays to you. So just when you look back, not too long ago, this is only 3 years ago, you can see, again, the difference between the people who are here for the right reasons and the people who are here either to just do a rug pull or just grab the money and run, or build something that is in their best interest, not in your best interest. So we are very proud of our work, right? I mean, Nuke is a co-founder of Celsius and been with us since the beginning.
We're so excited about the announcement. We didn't even talk about how much assets are coming in.
Go ahead. All right, here we go.
Well,
so now we're talking about
number? Because
yes.
I saw 1.1 billion in the back office.
Well, this is weekly, I think.
Oh, this is weekly. Wow.
Yes. The 1.1 is the monthly. So yeah. 1.14.
So it gets like exponentially. So,
exactly. It's going like
yeah. So if you look at the week and say, how come you brought in only $734 million this week?
Ouch. 700.
Jeez. Wow. And $500 million net. So meaning
yes.
200 million or so withdrawal.
Yes.
That's amazing. It's unbelievable numbers. I mean, if I was a big bank, I would love these numbers.
Yes. No.
This is bonus time, right?
Exactly. This is what big banks do. Banks that have hundreds of branches, and I mean, there are whole federally chartered banks that don't have that in total assets.
So here's a nugget that I caught off Twitter. If we were a bank, we will be with this AUM will be about 174th largest bank in the world.
Wow. And
the same bank on that level has 2,000 employees, 100 and something.
So branches. We're 1/10. We're 10 times more efficient than your average bank.
Yes.
And
we have branches at 170 countries. So.
That's right. And 1,400 ambassadors. So all the employees we're missing are filled in by ambassadors like you.
I met with my friend Jimmy, who's a Celsian in Tampa. Hi, Jimmy. Yeah, I did that. He spends on the phone so many hours just convincing friends and
explaining
teaching.
to them. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So it's like it's his work.
How many bankers do you know that do
that?
that? How many bankers go and convince their friends
So
to use the
we
bank
invented a new type of job. I work for a company that I don't know.
that makes me money? Yes.
Right. And we pay you to do that, right? Like we just upped our referral rewards again to 40 plus 40. So like we want people to be able to make a side income or make a living out of sharing Celsius.
That's
now
right.
my wife will start filling in this family.
So we made it easy, right? You get $40, your friend gets $40, your family gets $40. So definitely use that. Let's help other people unbank themselves. And most frequently asked questions. You want to hit those?
Oh yeah, we could talk about those, and then we'll do another video. So just I've been lucky enough to do the AMA since last August, and there's a number of questions that come up just about every week from multiple people, and so we had the great idea of covering those today and try to drop all this information. So number one is, does Celsius have insurance?
Yeah. You want to take it? Or?
Yeah. So look, this is a complicated answer. The short answer is yes, right? Because we use Fireblocks, and Fireblocks have insurance. I think it's Lloyd's. I'm not sure.
30 million of hot wall insurance.
I think we increased it to 100 million.
Oh, it is. Okay. You see?
So yeah, there is insurance on the hot wallets. We're also building a self-insurance. I think Alex mentioned that a couple of times. He's very excited about that. It is complicated. Look, insurance, there's implications that are legal and tax. We need to make sure we're not breaking any law by offering you this good stuff. So the world is not ready for the Mashinsky, right? It's like, you always need to remind them that.
In the future, everything is already done. I'm waiting for you guys to show up over there with these products,
So there's layers and layers of insurance. Of course, the end of it, we have the sale token treasury that we own. So that's 4 billion right now of assets that we have. So as we grow bigger, if something happens, it used to be that if there was a $10 million hack, we'd be gone, we'd be lost.
Right.
And now if 10 million, really, you won't even notice it. We have so many buffers of insurance for many cases. We're not FDIC insured. You talked about FDIC last time.
Which is uninsured. It's FDIC uninsured.
Yes.
But here the point is that we have different pockets of insurance. So if something happens on a hot wallet or with Fireblocks, which is like the custody solution, and that's one set of solution. That's again 100 million. We want to create, again, that does not cover counterparty, right? Yeah. So if you're using Gemini, right? Gemini is a great company. They have over $200 million insurance on their cold storage, but not when you use their loan program. When you use their earn program, like Celsius, they have to give the coins out. That does not cover the insurance. Same thing with BlockFi and everybody else. So you have to really read carefully what the insurance covers, and that's why we want to do the self-insurance, which is separate from the custody insurance, which is separate from the cold storage insurance. Those are completely different things.
Yeah, and even on the self-insurance, we are trying to check different avenues and offer more things. It's complicated. It's really is. Not technically, but operationally, it's very, very complicated. The objective is, at the end of the day, you'll be able to insure yourself against different scenarios. And
for you, all it means is that you can always get your money back no matter what happens. Even if bad things happen, you always get your money back. That's the key, right? That's the vision. That's what we're trying to achieve under all circumstances. All right, next question.
Perfect. Okay, number 2, when will in-app swaps be launched, and what will we be able to swap in and out of?
We are working on it. I think in May we'll have something ready. We're just contemplating between 2 ways to take it. One is in-app swaps, and another is buy BTC at a discount. We're looking for a solution to that. Oh, did I reveal something I shouldn't?
No, just no fees.
No fees, yes.
Right,
but here's the funny thing about swaps.
Coinbase announced $1 billion in profits for last year, and most of it is that 7% fee, right? The what do you call it? The credit card fee and everything else. So imagine if you didn't have to pay any fees, right? Imagine if you got the real cost of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to get for you.
And that's the reason why sometimes it takes more time, because we're not doing the easy part. We don't, the easy thing is to say,
Right.
hey, we'll get their money, just bring the money.
Or charge the same,
We'll
charge
buy more
6% instead of 7%.
Yeah, exactly.
That would
So-
have been much easier.
So the good news is in May we'll have something. I don't want to reveal exactly what it is, but it's no fees, and it's funny because we started working on this before the crunch on the fees on Ethereum.
Right.
The way we did it was kind of we solved the problem before it was a problem. So,
But how long can you not charge for withdrawals, Nuke? You've costed us millions of dollars by offering all these customers free withdrawals forever, unlimited free withdrawals. No one else does that.
So we're crunching to the edge of technology here, because we did a lot of work behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Make it smarter and more automatic, and use the leverage of our assets to move them in bulk and in the right time. We monitor, our system monitors the fees, and the moment they drop below a certain limit.
Well, we can show exactly what we do, right?
Yeah.
That's why we have this image. So what do we do here? Let me see I'll share the screen,
there
right?
you go.
So this is, you want to explain what you do when there's not a lot of people waiting?
Yeah. So
versus when there's a lot of people waiting, so you can use the image.
exactly. So when there's not a lot of people waiting, the fees are low, right? Because it's a supply and demand.
They
right?
still, the miners still want to fill the blocks,
Exactly.
right? Because the blocks are not full, so they'll take any passenger, even passengers like Celsius, who are willing to pay lower fees.
Exactly.
But when there's a lot of congestion, right, and all of these farmers and all of this DeFi guys and other people are running and paying crazy fees because they're in a hurry to do arbitrage or whatever, we sit on the sidelines and wait.
Right. And so we're looking at it in many different ways. So we have smart algorithms, smart technologies under the hood of the engine, but we're also looking at layer 2. It's kind of an emerging technology, the infrastructure. It's not there yet for everything. A new guy is joining us. That was another announcement. All right, we'll keep it for next week.
Yeah.
But, a NASA scientist and a veteran dentist. No, don't talk. Okay. This is for next week. We're bringing some amazing talent.
Look, all the beans, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm leaving for Tampa. Go look for me. You're not going to find me.
Okay, we'll edit this out.
Are you driving there, or are you flying and you have
Tampa?
or you have a truck delivering all your stuff and you're
I'm
flying?
waving my.
Right, but you're not driving your own. Your
No,
own.
you all. What am I? 20-year-old? Jeez.
Oh my God. Okay. Third question here. So people always ask, is Celsius's business model sustainable and scalable?
Well, I think we proved that it's scalable, right? I mean, 14 billion going to 15 next month, to 16 or 17 the month after. So if anyone has proven that yield, again, we're not lending and borrowing. A lot of companies call us lending and borrowing. 90% of what we do is pay you interest.
Yeah.
We are in the interest payment business. We're in the yield business. Yeah. We've proven that yield is scalable. Oh, there's a whole industry being built around it, right? So there's maybe 50 billion worth of DeFi. Out of that, Celsius is the largest single player. 15 billion, 15 billion out of 50, right? And growing fast, right? Adding $1 billion a month, but all by ourselves.
How much money did we raise to support that? You know, do we have billionaires who pay for this?
We, unlike BlockFi, who has 16 billionaires who spent 700 million to date, we've raised 50 million in ICO and 20 million from all of you guys. It's a total of 70 million to build all of this. And we already paid back over 350 million. What is it now? Like,
whose counts? I
who
think
counts?
it's
Probably even more now, yeah.
Log into the app because the app says that. You have your thing?
I think it's this week alone, we've been paying 9 million plus.
Yeah, almost 10 million this week.
It's a new record, so yeah.
Yeah, so the point is that yes, it's scalable, and yes, it's sustainable. Why? Because unlike all of our competitors, without exception, they all lose money paying you interest. Celsius, the only profitable business in this category, because our business model does not rely on one strategy like BlockFi or on one industry like most of DeFi, which is just Ethereum farming or DeFi, right? We operate on 14, now 15 different blockchains because we included the Polkadot.
Yeah.
So 15 different blockchains, 45 different assets, 5 different sources of income, completely separate sources of income, right? Where most people rely on just one. So when something happens on one, we just take the assets from there and move them somewhere else.
So
And speaking of that, or
Wait,
go ahead, Nuke.
You have
So
the numbers
hold on,
for
guys,
us.
sorry.
How much we save people in
So
withdrawal fees?
Before I mention, hold on, I want to explain something about this page in the app, the community page. These are not numbers that come from VJ and the marketing team. These are drawn
Live
directly from the
numbers.
database. You know, this is from our system. It was designed by engineers, not by marketers or business development. So we have we crossed the 79,000 bitcoins.
This is without the institutional stuff.
Without institutional.
This is just retail 79,000.
You guys, that's you guys.
Right.
And, deposits 10 billion and 200 without.
That's without any sell token or institutional, right?
Correct. Sell token made 7,000 plus %. Sent in sell pay. Oh, total community earn 300. Oh, we crossed the 350 million.
You see, I knew it. I said 350. I didn't even look at it. I can read the numbers right from the database. 350,797,000.
So if you think we can do that, you know, with our own money, you don't.
You mean like being scammers or being?
Maybe you keep saying 300 million or something.
That's right. We're just using my money. Now my holdings in Celsius are now over 350 million. So,
yeah,
yes.
Exactly. So Alex is giving you his money.
No.
Okay.
We earn it and we pay you 80%, up to 80%.
And,
so
you know, I did an internal AMA today to the tech team, and I told them, look, you know, for Celsius as a staff, you need to discover how good of a service we built, because this is amazing.
It's magic.
It's magical, really. It's magical for the employees, not just you know. So everybody's on the same bus, you know. You should take bus,
Okay, before we go to the next question, there was a great video from Michael Saylor where he was mentioning us and kind of like the future of this whole lending and borrowing space in crypto. So if we could show that video, it was really interesting.
Talking about that there's several companies out there that are riding on the blockchain right now, whether you're looking at companies like BlockFi or someone like Celsius.
The success of BlockFi and Celsius is going to draw the other banks into this, and I think it's inevitable that the big banks, the JP Morgan, the Morgan Stanley, they're going to want to enter this space in order to keep their customers. And then you've got the nimble banks, the Celsius and the BlockFi, and they're going to tweak the less nimble banks.
I'm getting very excited about them. I've had a chance to kind of break down Celsius.
I think he's just very jealous that we have more Bitcoin than him.
But let me, actually, I have something serious to say about that. If you're new to crypto and you say, oh, I've been only 6 months in crypto, Michael Saylor 5 months ago knew nothing.
Right.
He's talking like he's an expert.
He's talking like he's Satoshi Nakamoto. 5 months ago, so he knew nothing. He said that this is junk. It doesn't work, you know. So
that's right. So, but he's a great ambassador for crypto, and you know, he bought a big stash himself, and then he went screaming at everybody, "Hey, come get some Bitcoin!" You know, exactly. Come make my bags much bigger. You know,
we need more guys.
And he just made it to the Forbes 400 list, I think. You know, so that's what you need to do.
It's the easiest money ever.
Exactly. You got to copy Michael Saylor. You got to buy Bitcoin, and then you got to go to all your friends and tell them, "Hey, come get some Bitcoin."
Yeah.
It's simple. Look, you know, I think like an engineer, right? So to me, it's simple. Inflation is coming, assets are going up.
Right.
You know,
asset prices.
Asset prices. If I was, you know, a CEO of a company that has a few $1 billion, I would say, hey,
Yep, for sure.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
Same deal. Okay, number 4 on this list. This is the most frequent questions. Number 4 is, how is it possible for you to only charge 1% on loans and pay 10.5% to users?
Very easy, right? So when you look at it and you say you cannot charge somebody 1% and pay 10%, right? That makes no sense whatsoever. And that is true. But you have to remember that to get 1% loan, you have to give us 4 times the collateral, right? And we still earn on the collateral. So you want $10 worth of borrowing, you have to give us $40 worth of collateral. We go and we earn 5-6% on each one of the 4 segments, right? Each Bitcoin or each Ethereum, right? We earn 5 or 6%. Because we have 4 times as much as we lent you, we have 4 times leverage, meaning it's 4 times 5, meaning 20%. We earn 20%. We charge you only 1%, right? So it's 21. Then we have cost of capital, because with the money we lent you, we have to pay interest on. You take that out, you take out 20% out, and it actually ends up being 10.5%. Yeah. So the leverage, the way we price the 1% loan, that's why 1% does 25% loan to value ratio, or 4 times leverage. The 33% LTV loans have 3 times leverage, and the 50% LTV loans have 2 times leverage, and those are 8.95%, right? So the rate goes up because we earn less on the collateral, and we have to charge you more on those loans. So I've explained this several times. You can watch it in AMA for the last 3 years, and it's always the same explanation. The way we do it has not changed. It's just that many of our competitors want to charge you 6 or 7 or 8%, same service, and we can do it for less.
Yeah, and it's all about yield, right? We got really, really good at yield. And we don't need those fees or interest because we're so good at the other end of it. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
All right, and last one, number 5 here. What does it take for an asset to get listed on Celsius? And then what does it take for Cell to get listed on new exchanges?
I'll start with getting listed on Celsius. So we have 3 departments that need to look into it. First of all, it's legal. Is this asset
not a security?
Not a security, or can it be used in the US or outside of the US? So the first one, we need all the legal guidance. The second one is the financial. Can we yield on that asset? We just talked about yield. If we cannot make any money off this asset, probably not a good place for it in Celsius. And the third one is the technology/security. If our security guys say, no, this looks like a bad contract or some problems, we probably won't list it. But also it needs to be on Fireblocks, our partners that provide us with the MPC rails, the fact that you're allowed to, you can withdraw and deposit. If they support it, then okay. If not, we need either to argue with them or convince them. So these are the departments that listing touches. The other side of it, getting listed, I urge you to read an article Alex wrote, what was it, 3 years ago, about the exchanges? Oh, shouldn't I mention it?
No, it's fine.
Some of them are our friends.
No.
So
it's on my, what's the name of that publication? The Medium. It's on Medium. So if you go to medium.com, I think, you search for Mashinsky, you will find that article.
Yeah. So
Mashinsky exchanges, you'll find that.
So in 2017, during the ICO craze, they wanted like $2 million to get listed. And Alex says, no way. Why would
I'm still saying no way.
Yeah, exactly. So now either they pay us or we find a way to donate or something like that to the community. That's the best way.
Well, Celsius is a lot of real volume. And a lot of these exchanges are dying for volume, right? They're looking for new projects.
Yeah.
Many of them just because of our growth and our community, the size of our community, are willing to now to list for free. So we just waited it out. We just went like this, like like the Muppets, and waited and waited
These
and
prices.
waited. Yeah, these prices we're not taking. Exactly.
It's great.
So we just waited. We waited 3 years, while every other project that you saw from 2017 and 18 rushed and paid the fees and got themselves listed on Binance and who knows where, and had Binance dump on them because the Binance gets a bunch of tokens, and when this thing spikes, guess who sells the tokens at the top?
If you build it, they will come.
Right. So we just decided to wait, grow the community, build the product, and our community is a community of hodlers, right? They didn't need to trade the token or dump on somebody and so on. I just tweeted a few days ago asking people, hey, we just hit all-time high. Tell us your story. When did you join? And like half of the comments were people like, I bought at the ICO. I didn't sell a single sell. And now I'm a sellionaire, you know? So those are this was built for those people, right? For the people who are hodlers.
Could we do a sellionaire update and look at the top 500? See how many sellionaires Celsius has brought.
Let's do it here.
I think it's over 300 sellionaires, right?
Yeah, I think it just broke over 300 during this run. So again, amazing. Alex and Celsius are building an army.
When will Otis be a billionaire?
Sell billionaire, yeah.
Those who don't know, Otis bought all the Cell tokens, but they were like 2 cents, I think. You know,
yes,
like
he basically.
Everybody says, Otis, you are crazy. What are you doing? Apparently, he was a genius.
Here, view top 500.
I think we're at 300 something.
Yeah. So again, if you wanna watch it yourself, you just go to Sell Token and you click on the top 500, and you can find your rank. You look in your wallet, look at the number of Sell tokens you have, and you can basically put your name here or any kind of nickname like the machine or whatever your name is. I have several wallets here, so you can, if you have several of them, you can do that as well. And if you go down to see how many sellionaires we created.
Wow, look at that. Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow, it just keeps going and going. I think all of them are.
Oh my
You know?
God, look at that. Where are we?
Here we go.
Wow.
So 302 millionaires, right?
Almost three. Number 3, Spanish. What is this? Okay. Spanish hands.
Spanish hands is
almost.
yeah, he's like $1,500 away, $1,700 away from being a sellionaire. But 302 millionaires already.
$200.
Exactly. Hey, Spanish hands, ask a question that Nuke cannot answer, and you'll be a sellionaire.
A millionaire tonight.
All right, so let's do rapid fire because there's a lot of people in the chat I see are.
Wow, it's been an hour.
Let's do quick. We'll do short answers so we can. Yeah.
Okay. We'll do some rapid fire. Thank you everyone for being here. Please like and share this video. Shout out to our OTC desk. If you want to buy or sell $25,000 minimum, you can contact otc@celsius.network. Here we got a great question from Wire1, and they're asking, see, you're overloading the chat again.
The company, Wire.
Okay, when will we be able to get rewarded in sell or earn sell in the US? Do you have the best interest rates for US citizens, please?
Yes, I think the update was that in May we'll have it available to accredited investors. We talked about that, but it's a start. You know, we know that's not the idea. Believe me, it's not easy to do it for accredited investors. It's not going to be simple as well, because according to US regulations, you have to lock the interest tokens for a year. So we had to build a whole infrastructure for this. Side by side, our legal team is working very hard to try and make it a kosher thing, but that's a legal department question. I know they're working very hard on this.
But in May, everybody will have it. So it's all the accredited will have it at the same time. So definitely worth the wait, and we will. Next question.
Yes.
All right. A question from George here. Letting it load. He's asking, are you guys thinking about mortgage and HELOCs in the future?
So the reason we can charge 1% loan is because we use the collateral, right? We make money out of the collateral. You can't really do that with real estate, right? We can't, if you give us your home as collateral.
Unless we rent it for.
Unless we put an Airbnb in it and have 18-year-olds come and wreck it for you and make some money out of it. No, just kidding. But right now we use financial assets as collateral. That's why we only accept digital currencies. But in the future, we may expand that. It's probably not going to be real estate anytime soon, but good thinking. And I know we all want to get rid of the banks completely, but for now, we're giving them this shitty business called mortgages.
You know what? I just thought about an idea.
Yeah.
Maybe student loans. Invest in the student as a yielding asset.
Invest in student. I have 6 kids.
Yes. No.
I would not invest in them as a yielding asset.
We use the Mashinsky household as a beta for this.
You can invest in them. They're like the U.S. economy. You just have a bigger and bigger deficit, accumulating deficit.
Yeah.
Well, all right, next question here. He's asking, for Nuke, what is the key skill set and priorities you're looking for to hire into your team?
Well, we are starving for developers. You know, our company and our business are growing faster than our staff in general. And in the case of developers, it is very, very hard today to get good skills. So anyone who wants to join, please send
DeFi,
CeFi, front end, back end, full stack. We're even expanding our stack. Right now, we're a Node.js company. We are expanding it to .NET just to expand the range of skills that we're bringing. And if you think you're a good developer, a ninja, and you want to work for us, we prefer to have it in Tel Aviv, Belgrade, New York, or UK, but
we have offices in Austin, in Tampa, in Atlanta, in San Francisco. So if you, in other countries as well, we have an office in Hong Kong now, in Australia, and different places. So you're tired of working from home, or tired of, you want to get out of your mom's basement?
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll get you. We have a cool gang. They have their own, they usually rent a house. They hang out in a house and so on. You can either be the cool kid on the block, or you can just work from home, whatever. Both work, but we need you to show off your skills. Yeah. Send your resumes to hr@celsius.network, or you can send it to me, CEO@celsius.network, or apply online. We have a website with links and everything. If you fill up that form, you'll actually jump to the front of the line versus just sending your resume. So follow the process. But if you have special skills, you want to pitch me on Nuke directly, send us your GitHub or whatever, sample code, show us what you've done, and we probably won't understand it. We're just going to give it to one of the young kids to tell us if it's good or bad.
And the first thing that happens when you join Celsius, we tell you need to bring 2 of your friends. So,
exactly.
That's what happens.
Yeah, if you wrote in Fortran, I can look at it. But if you write in
COBOL.
Yeah, COBOL. But if you write in any of the advanced languages, I'm kidding. We support most of the stuff is.
It's pretty standard stack. We have 2 facets. DeFi and smart contracts exist, but most of the core stuff, the app, the web app, all this stuff is .NET, Node.js, AWS kind of stack. So you don't have to be a blockchain engineer to work in Celsius.
And if you're a DevOps guy, we need several of those.
Yeah.
So we need
DevOps.
We need 4 or 5 DevOps. So if you're a ninja DevOps, again, you get a great salary, great benefits. You get Cell token, showering you with Cell token. You get equity, in one of the hottest companies out there. So definitely a great place to join. And we don't have enough people for us to deliver for the community, deliver all these new features that these questions are. We need 100 of you guys.
And you'll be one of the first 300 or 200 employees of Celsius.
That's right.
In a year or 2.
Next question, quick. Let's go through our answers are getting longer and longer.
Okay, Tim is asking, do you think BTC price will become more stable as mainstream adoption progresses, or the other way around?
I think it should get more stable, but no one knows, right? I mean, if there's a hype where everybody, like next week, Coinbase is going public, all the people that didn't buy Bitcoin or Ethereum are going to FOMO in because they'll be like, oh my God, I missed it. I got to buy some, right? So you know the price is going to go up. If it shoots like crazy, then you're going to have a crash after that. So
it's also the situation itself doesn't change. I mean, the government still prints money. You know, the ecosystem on which Bitcoin price is shooting up is not changing in the foreseeable future. So
right. The question is, are we going to all join slowly in a rational way, or are we? Or is it going to be a mob attacking all of these companies and the price shooting up like crazy and then crashing back to earth?
It's mobs.
Usually it's mobs, exactly. So we lived through the .com. We lived through several of these cycles, and let's see what happens with Coinbase. I think next week is a very, very important timestamp in the history of crypto, because a Coinbase is a very important company in this community, and what happens to them happens to Bitcoin. So let's see what happens next week.
Rush or crickets?
Right, exactly. All right, next question.
Okay, we have a lot of Cardano fans out there, so Avi's asking, will ADA be available in the United States, and what's the progress around listing it?
Yeah, we can't get away an AMA without a Cardano question. So yeah, Fireblocks is right now working on adding ADA. I think they're releasing the mainnet, the new mainnet in June or July. So
we'll be ready right after.
I think we'll be ready around that. It's definitely on our stack when everybody's ready. In terms of US or non-US, I don't know yet.
I don't think there's a problem with ADA in the US. So basically anything that's already listed on Coinbase or Kraken, you can almost be sure that we will list as well. So if you're not sure about a coin or a token, check out Kraken and Coinbase. If they have it, we'll have it too.
Okay, here's a question from Fabricio. He's asking, with the growing number of celebrities endorsing crypto like Paris Hilton, which one would Celsius like to have as an ambassador and become a celebrity? Oh.
Yeah. So the reason I'm moving to Tampa is obviously to hunt down Tom Brady and get him as an ambassador. About time, Tom, come on.
Yeah,
please get this video to Tom Brady.
Come celebrate with us.
I moved to Tampa just for you, man. You know, it's like, come on. It's an easy one. TB12, that's his company. I actually started to know some people who are connected. So.
All right, so a big Tom Brady fan here. Big. So
Daniel, yeah.
I don't think,
the other three are big fans.
Exactly. So we're gonna get Tom Brady to sell one of his rings for a Cell token, so he can join the Cell 300, top 500, 300, top 10,
top 12,
top 12. Exactly.
Number 12.
All right, next question.
Okay, let's see here. Question about our advantages. So what are the main advantages of Celsius over its competitors? And I can think of one big one, which is Celsius acts in the user's best interest, not anyone else's. So that's the number one for me, but what else comes to mind?
Can I answer? I mean, you basically said
every.
So yeah, I was asked this thing, and I think it's where you're coming from. So our biggest competitors, where do they come from? They come from banking, right? And what is the mindset that they come and build these companies? How do we milk our customers for as much cash as we can?
Right.
And they said, oh, all right, we'll give them a much better rates than the bank, like 0.6% instead of 0.5. And then these monkeys from Celsius, they bring like 6% and 10% and 12%.
Right.
And they say, oh my
they
God.
They spoiled the party.
So all
Celsius
they think
guys.
about all day long is how are we going to either kill Celsius so we can drop to 0.1% or something like that.
Right.
or figure out some fees that people will not understand that are actually paying us for that
hidden fees. Yeah, that's always worse.
So it's really in the mentality. I mean, from day one, we were sitting and until today, any day, how do we work for, the benefit of the community, the benefit of you? Because we are customers. We're doing great.
We're paying ourselves.
Love this company.
How easy is it to pay ourselves more?
I love this company. And our users, like Jimmy in Tampa, sit all day and work for Celsius because it makes them money. So that's what they don't figure out yet, because it's a completely different mindset that they don't have. And none of us come from banking. None of us. We're engineers. That's what we are.
So yeah, I mean, our advantages our biggest advantages is the strength of our community, our ability to pull together this amazing group of hodlers who have the same mentality. You can talk to a Celsian from Australia, from New Zealand, from Japan, from anywhere, and they will all say the same thing. It doesn't matter where you live, it matters how you think. And at Celsius, everybody wants to hodl, sit on their hands, right? Accumulate these assets, let them grow. And when these assets trade at all-time highs, it's easy to celebrate like we're doing right now, because you're right, we were right, you're right. And you didn't just get all the benefit of Bitcoin or Ethereum. You earned 6-7%. Yeah. If you haven't seen the video with Tim Draper, it's on our YouTube channel. And basically,
we moved the eyebrows.
That's right, the big eyebrows right there. You see,
there we go.
We managed to move Tim Draper's eyebrows all the way up to here.
Yes,
okay. So because again, we pitched him back in 2017 and he was not convinced, but obviously we proved everyone wrong. Yeah. We proved everyone wrong that we can scale, that we're safe, that we're trustworthy, that we act in your best interest. So you can't, it's very hard to replicate that. People thought it was easy, right? But they all realize it's very, very hard. Next question.
Here's a statement here, but I think it deserves $100. Celsian is a lifestyle and a mindset, right? It's just not it's not just an app, it's not just a company. It really is a lifestyle and a mindset.
There's a great video that came out, I think, today with a professional footballer, just I think in New Zealand or UK. I can't remember where. Maybe next week we'll show it. It tells a story and it's like
of a mindset. Yeah, exactly.
It's an amazing video.
No, we get these letters from all over the world, right? And some of them are put a tear in your eye because you know that these people were writing it from the heart, right? You know that their life was changed. They didn't see the future. They were frustrated. They were basically, not because they're not smart or they're not hardworking, just because, again, the financial system puts you in the box, locks you 7 different ways, and then squeezes all the profit out of you for 20, 40, 50 years, right? You're paying them. And there's no way out, right? I mean, it's not easy to come out of all of this. And here we are, like a flower, we're just blooming, creating all of this, over $350 million. There isn't anyone in crypto that paid their community $350 million, right? So those are the benefits and the special things that we do. Next question.
Okay, pulling some questions here from the submission form that we got throughout the week. Murad is asking, I trust Celsius and I would use a stable coin issued by you. Have you ever considered this?
Wow, a stable coin for Celsius. Stable against what? Let's start with that. What is stable these days? It's like, I remember when we started, they said, oh, the Bitcoin is so unstable. And then the economy, the dollar became the most unstable thing.
So it's definitely important thing. I mean, we are very close to Tether, right? So we are very close to USDT. It's by far the largest stable coin. We have several $1 billion worth of Tether that we've issued or we have in circulation and so on. So we borrowed, right? So it's a very important asset for us. So we are currently, there's a great other ones like USDC. So we're not really looking to compete with those. We just added GMO.
There's no real reason. I mean, if we create our own coins, it's probably to cross chains or something like that. That's
exactly
what we're thinking about.
Right. So if we want to go in Cardano or Polkadot or whatever, and we need to mint something on the other side, then we will have a stable coin that runs on that blockchain. Next question.
Okay, another question from the submission forum. Nuke, what is the easiest way to explain blockchain or crypto to someone that's completely new?
Don't. Really, no, because here's my view on this. When you explain the internet to your parents,
right?
So I used to try and explain the internet to my parents. You don't start with TCP/IP, the 7 layers of network, how that network work. You know, what is UDP versus TCP/IP? No, you tell them what it does. Look, I had this discussion with Alex not long ago. I almost said it in Hebrew. I told him, like, in 5 years, we wouldn't even do crypto. You know, you'll put just part of your salary. You know, your salary will make you money in the back end of it, and that's it. So I don't think you need to explain blockchain. I think maybe what you need to explain is decentralization and that effect and the lack of banking and like the middleman and all of that. Maybe you should start by explaining what a bank is to people. What is money?
Yeah.
You know?
But again, use this image, which we shared with you before. I think this is a very kind of, even though it's still technical, because you need to understand what all these little, what are these images they used in? There's like a TV show that has.
It's like South Park characters.
Yeah, South Park, exactly. It's like it's like South Park.
That's why my wife said I love the South Park characters.
Right.
Yeah.
So
all right. I need my glasses.
So I think use visualization. Right. Yeah. This tool is a great way to visualize what the blockchain looks like, because you can explain to that. Look, these are transactions. They're going on the blockchain. Right. Each rail car here leaves to the blockchain as a permanent record. And they originate in all these things on the left and on the right, which, here you have the lightning chain here. And
look, at the end of the day, this is good for the first million people.
Right.
People would just want to say, hey, what button do I press to put some money in and get more money? You know,
right. Celsius is the blockchain ATM machine.
ATM machine.
Okay. Instead of it withdrawing money out of your account, it actually creates money and then dumps it on you.
It's a golden goose in your laying golden eggs.
Exactly. It's a blockchain golden goose.
Yes.
Believe that one. Okay, we're going to do a few more questions here, and then we're going to end it with a very special video. But SJY is asking, Alex, could you please tell us your method to becoming financially independent?
Start by working hard, and then work even harder, and then keep working hard, and then work even harder. So look, if you do what you like, what you love to do, then you don't work a day in your life, right? You've heard that expression 100 times. Just, it's very hard to do that. Very hard to find something that you love and get paid enough money and so on. I mean, again, Nuke, we are the luckiest people in the world. We get to do what we want to do every day, do good, do well, help others, and get paid for it, and have our money make money, right? I mean, it's like a dream come true. So our method is to combine doing good with doing well. It's very hard to do that. It's not easy. Very few companies can proudly say, yes, this is what we do every day. So if you can come up with that concept, good for you. Go ahead, build it. But it's just as easy or just as effective if you join a company like Celsius, right? You come, you believe in the mission. Zach, Tom, all these people that you see, Bethany, everybody that you see with us every day is here because they believe in this mission. They're not here because we give the best bonuses. We do, but that's not why they're here. Okay, so.
But it's hard work. It's
hard work. Yes.
It's not. Yeah.
If you want to join Celsius for a lifestyle change and you want to work short hours, this is the wrong place.
It's not 9 to 5.
No.
Netflix.
Yes. So
we ban Netflix on all our machines. Security is not allowing any streaming anymore.
All right. Next question.
Question from Crypto Llama here. Nuke asking, there are some rumors in the community that we will be migrating Cell Token to Cardano. Is this true?
Yeah, so we talk, first of all, Crypto Llama. You know, I used to be in the music technology industry, and we had Winamp. You remember? The Llama.
Yes.
So check it out. Winamp, still the greatest MP3 player out there. Yes, this is true. You know, we talked about it a second ago about cross-chain liquidity. So we were waiting. Cardano is working on their piece. I think in the summer they're going to release it. We're talking with Charles and his team all the time. So we'll be there. Yeah.
They released several components, but we need the virtual machine. We need some of the other functionality to be able to take and basically create a whole family of products on Cardano and services. So we're excited about it. It doesn't mean we're leaving Ethereum. It doesn't mean we're not working with XRP. It doesn't mean we're not doing stuff on other chains. Again, our job is not to pick winners and losers. Our job is to help all the different experiments and opportunities to prove themselves. And just we have in our community, we have these really passionate Cardano fans, but we also have a lot of XRP fans, and we have a lot of Polkadot fans, and we even have a lot of Litecoin fans. You know, so we like all of them, and our job is really to support everybody.
Yep.
Next question.
Okay. I saw it earlier. I can't find it, but we're hoping to get an update on loans availability in California. We have a ton of users that have assets and would really like to borrow against them. Is there any update on that process?
Yeah, so we're waiting for the license to be issued. The state of California, believe it or not, we submitted months ago a full application electronically, and we were like, wow, this is amazing. You know, we did the whole thing online, and even the Q&A was with the bot, and everything worked. We waited like 4 months, and guess what the response was? Thank you for your submission, but we need you now to submit it on a piece of paper and send it to us. I couldn't make this stuff up.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh, exactly. So, but luckily we had a copy, so we just created a copy. And we had a PDF, so we sent it over. So I don't know if it's Corona or it's, you know, they didn't get Corona. So they're like, oh, how do we get Corona from these people? Let's ask them for a printed copy.
We do that.
Exactly. So we're waiting for the state. I don't think there's a problem with the submission. I think we're just waiting. So probably in the next 2 to 3 months at some point. But all right, next question.
Okay, here's a question about Binance Smart Chain. BSC is the third largest blockchain by market cap. When will we get SEL as a BEP20 token? This is something completely out of my understanding. I'm learning about it, but we've also seen a lot of users have issues like sending on the wrong chain. So Nuke, what kind of advice could you give to help prevent that problem?
Look, yeah, well, when you look at the withdrawal from the wallet, from the block, so Binance basically took Ethereum, copied it to their own wallet and gave it different names. But it doesn't mean that the two are connected, right? So when you're on the app, the Binance app, and you send, they have like many disclaimers saying don't use the BEP20 if you send on an Ethereum ERC20. So you need to double check. We have hundreds of people who got stuck on the wrong chain, and then we need to go and save their money. And it's not easy, by the way. You have to deposit the BNB into that address. You have to run a contract on the other side. So sometimes it takes months because we have busy people, and it's not just us, it's Fireblocks, and you involve like 3 or 4 companies just to save your cash, that your coins that you send. And this is kind of a symptom of the problem, right? So cross-chain is really hard to do, and it's really in the beginning of it. We are looking into these bridges. I think we will have SEL in, again, you know, like Alex said, we don't pick sides. We use whatever is out there, what is available, what is successful, what were the communities, and definitely they have the community. So we are looking.
We will provide wrapped versions of SEL on other platforms. I can just tell you to be careful with BSC because it's like a one-way. It's like a diode. You can go from Ethereum to BSC, but you cannot go back. And if you don't understand that, you have to be very careful because if you just going there farming, and yes, there are a lot of yield there and stuff like that, but when you try to get out, you cannot get out to the same door that you got in, right? You have to convert into BNB, or you have to convert into BUSD and all kind of other stuff, and move from one chain to the other, and then you're back in the Ethereum world. But it's not as simple as just, well, I deposited this asset and I redeemed the other asset on the other side. You cannot do the reverse.
And many companies in our situation would say, hey, dude, you made a mistake, your problem.
Your tough luck. Yeah.
We are trying to help. We got Celsius CTO and Fireblock CTO talking to Binance CTO to get a couple of bucks that got stuck in between. So be careful, guys. I don't know, you may get lose your funds or lose access to your funds for a few months. Not a good.
And BSC, it's BSC, but if we lose the C, then it becomes BS. So just be careful.
Okay. On that note, we've got
wait. Before the video, I have to do a disclaimer before the video.
Okay,
so back when back in the 90s, when I started working on Voice over IP, we were like, how are we gonna create a video that's going to convince people that we are here to break the monopoly of the phone companies? And we were like fighting them. We're like, let's create a video about Star Wars, right? And we're going to be like the rebels competing against the evil empire. So let's watch the video from the early 90s.
Wow.
The community obviously created a much better version for Celsius than we did for Arbanet back, 20, 30 years ago. And if you want to watch the full video, I think it's on Twitter, right? Where's for the full version of the?
I'm sure we'll have it up on YouTube.
Yeah. We'll have it up on YouTube. And again, we love our Celsians. We love our ambassadors who keep create amazing content. All 1,400 of them keep creating amazing content in all languages, helping us with everything we need. So growing the community, supporting the community, being there 24/7, answer everybody's questions. So we love all of you. And all right, let's do one last question, and then we're done.
I think you need to give kudos to financier,
the financier.
Every dollar he releases. I can't wait. I can't wait for the
update,
so I can see the next video.
Yes, and he's been doing it for a very long time too.
These are amazing video. Financier on Twitter.
Yes.
Say that.
He's got a whole queue. Yeah.
The finance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Financier. He's got a whole website. He's got everything.
Yes.
Huge supporter. Okay. So looking for this last hot question here. Oh, here they come. They come all piling in. Come to my reunion. I think someone's trying to ask you on a date, Alex. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Nuke. How did you get the name Nuke?
So it's a short for nuclear.
Nuclear.
Well, the story is, I can't remember actually, it was decades ago, but I did work for the Israeli Armament Development Corporation, and I worked on the command and control simulation. So basically, it's like if you're an old timer and you watch the movie with Matthew Broderick, War Games, where there's this big computer that runs simulations. So that was my first job after the university, my first real job. And somebody stuck that name to me. It's like it was a nickname that kind of stuck.
Right.
Name, yeah.
And it's good for security reasons because no one knows Nuke's real name.
And you don't mess with a guy named Nuke who is a bolt.
Yeah. But it definitely fits your profile. So yes. I think it's a perfect name wherever you got it. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining us. Nuke, Bethany, Tom, Zach, everybody else who worked on the show. For you, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Team.